Mabuhay! Welcome to Pilipinas Rotaract Online University Course Session 3. I'm Mark Anthony Hernandez, a former interactor, Rotaractor, Rotarian, and educator. After you have learned what is Rotary and Rotaract in Session 1 and deepen understanding about project planning and how to develop awesome projects for your club that can improve the lives in your community in Session 2, this time, in Session 3, we will discuss how are we going to properly present our organization to our fellow Rotaractors, leaders, youth, potential partners in service, in social media, and our community. And that is what we call Rotary branding. These are the subtopics that we will discuss for today. What is a brand? What is Rotary's brand? Rotary essence, Rotary messaging, Rotary voice, Rotary and Rotaract logo guidelines, common mistakes in using our logos, Rotary color palette, Rotary typography, Rotary imagery, and People of Action campaign guidelines. Branding is generally composed of three important elements, and these are image, language, and presentation. These components are essential to Rotary International public image as vital tools for their audience, whether within or outside the organization. I will post three pictures and try to identify each for 3 seconds, okay? Picture number one, picture number two, and picture number three. Picture number one is Rotary logo, picture number two is Rotaract logo, and picture number three is Interact logo. It was easy to identify, right? We can easily identify the pictures for the reason that it was simple, has distinctive image, and this is the logo and the brand of Rotary International. To understand what is brand and branding, let us define it. A brand is a product, service, or concept that is publicly distinguished from the other products, services, and concepts so that it can be easily communicated and usually marketed. A brand name is the name of the distinctive product, service, or concept, while branding is the process of creating and disseminating the brand name. According to American Marketing Association, brand defines as a name, term, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies or one seller's goods or service as distinct from the other of other sellers. The legal term for brand is trademark. And these pictures that we have are the trademarks of Rotary International. Our image matters because our brand is our identity. So as Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Interactors, we always carry the brand of our organization. As part of the organization, we should remember that our image matters because our brand is our identity. If we speak, write, and design in one voice, our communication will sound brave and look unmistakably like Rotary. This will give our audience a better understanding of who we are. From the previous slide, it shows the logo of Rotary as part of the visual identity of the organization, but it's just a tip of the iceberg when we're talking about Rotary brand. For Rotary, a brand is more than just a logo. Rotary brand is much bigger than its will. It is a perception. It's how others think about us, not just how we see ourselves. For more than 100 years, Rotary has united leaders who are committed to using their expertise to take action and improve their communities. Awareness of Rotary is high, but the public understanding of who we are, what we do, and the value we bring to communities is concerningly low. It is important that we tell our story in ways that help people everywhere understand what Rotary does, how we different and why our works matters. Without this understanding, we cannot reach our full potential and bring more people together and improve even more communities worldwide. No other organization is quite like Rotary. By using our unique voice consistently in all our messaging, we can ensure that our communications reflect our distinct character. In this session, we can learn together how to use Rotary Voice and look in connect communities about our club and Rotary. Together, we can show the world that we are people of action. When we talk about Rotary brand, we talk about the basic qualities and goals that unite all Rotary clubs and Rotaract clubs and districts. It's what we offer people who partner with us, join a club, or participate in our programs and projects. Our brand reflects our identity, our vision, and our essence, as well our values. It represents our unique culture and our approach to create lasting positive change. People's perception of Rotary comes from their experiences with our clubs, our programs, along with the stories we tell and the image we share, compelling consistent brand communications. Together with a great experience, we can strengthen our brand and help us to engage and attract more members, donors, and partners. As member and part of the Rotary family, we must reflect the brand of our organization and how we understand it and carry it by knowing the vision, essence, and values of our Rotary. The vision of Rotary International is together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Through this vision, we can see the essence of the Rotary, which is Rotary joins leaders from all continents, cultures, and occupations to exchange ideas and take action for communities around the world. Our essence summarizes what Rotary is all about. Current and emerging leaders who come together from relationships and create a positive impact in communities at home and around the world. It also reflects the values that define Rotary: fellowship, integrity, diversity, service, and leadership. By focusing our communications on our essence, we reinforce what Rotary stands for, how we different from other organizations, and why Rotary matters today. This approach makes it possible for each of us to develop our own powerful statement about our clubs and collectively tell a compelling and cohesive story about Rotary. Like what I have mentioned in previous slide, a brand is more than a logo. Our brand reflects our identity, our vision, our essence, as well as our values. Remember the session 1 when PDR Arcati discussed the core values of Rotary. These values are the foundation of the beliefs and behavior of Rotary International. And we, Rotaractors, should keep in mind and put it into our action. We build lifelong relationships because of fellowship. We honor our commitments because we have integrity. We connect different perspectives because we believe and respect diversity. We apply our leadership and expertise to solve social issues because we love service and leadership. As Rotaractors, our messaging is everything we convey about Rotary, through image, writing, and by speaking. Using a unified set of messages, we can ensure that no matter who communicating and who listening, we always tell a clear, cohesive version of Rotary's powerful story. This guide doesn't provide wording to be used verbatim in all circumstances. Instead, it offers a starting point for our communications with examples that can easily be adapted for various contexts and audiences. When we talk about Rotary brand, we're talking about the basic qualities and goals that unite all the Rotary and Rotary clubs and districts. What we offer to those who work with us, join a club, or participate in our programs and projects. For the next slides, try to observe these two exquisite ladies.
Please step to the mic. Here we are. Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
To be a Miss Universe is both an honor and a responsibility. If I were to be Miss Universe, I will use my voice to influence the youth, and I would raise awareness to certain causes like HIV awareness that is timely and relevant to my country, which is the Philippines. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with a heart. Thank you.
Well, thank you all. This is so much pressure. It's hard to win. Please join me. Please join me. Congratulations. I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, get ready. Here is the question. What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
I work a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is it's poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty in it, to look in the beauty in the faces of the children and to be grateful. And I would bring this aspect as a Miss Universe to see situations with a silver lining and to assess where I could give something, where I could provide something as a spokesperson. And this, I think, if I could teach also people to be grateful, we could have an amazing world where negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their face. Thank you.
Thank you, Philippines.
Yes, and yes, and yes. These ladies are the two Filipina who won Miss Universe, Pia and Catriona May. What have you observed with their speech or answer? They promised to serve as a voice of the organization, which should also be the same with us, Rotaractors and Rotarians. We're also the voice of our organization. We echo the vision and mission of our Rotary. We can show it in the way we communicate, and these are the things we should remember as we communicate in our voice. When we use our voice in speaking or writing, we should remember these four important words. The first one is smart. As Rotaractors, we look at the problems from different angles and apply our expertise to solve social issues in a ways that our other cannot. Our communication are insightful. It means we have knowledge about it and we are confident. And we should not be arrogant or disconnected. The second one is we should be compassionate. Tackling tough challenges in communities worldwide requires empathy. Our communication champion real people with stories and experiences that are reliable and universal. It means that we are sincere and engaging, and not lofty, sentimental, and weak. The third one is persevering. We find lasting solutions to systematic problems at home or abroad. Our communications express our commitment when we speak with clarity and conviction. We should be bold, purposeful, courageous, and not reckless, close-minded, and stubborn. And lastly, our voice should be inspiring, motivated by the enduring connections and positive change we bring to communities and to the world. We encourage others to take action. Our communication convey hope, enthusiasm, and passion. It should be hopeful and visionary. It should not be hyper, zealous, or impartial. Rotary's voice is particular way we convey those qualities and goals. The tone we use when we talk about Rotary and what we emphasize. Whether Rotary communications are produced by clubs, districts, or Rotary International, they will look, feel, and sound unmistakably like Rotary. If we use a consistent voice, how we speak, write, and design is guided by the attributes of our voice. In this picture, it shows a kind of seminar for Rotaractors, particularly for district leaders. In this picture, it shows how Rotaract leaders deliver the message of Rotary through their voice, and here are some of the tips in delivering message to the participants or particular audience. When you craft a message for particular audience, you need to keep this in mind. So let us start with the first one. Translate Rotary's story into key points that will resonate with the audience. The next one is include motivators that compel audience to action. You need to have motivation that can serve as driving force for them to engage into action. The third one is address the barriers that holds them back. Try to identify the hindrances from language to interest. Try to know your audience. Be with them throughout your message. If they feel that you are one of them and you can relate with them, it is easy for you to create rapport with your audience. Lastly, guide communications development. So always remember these four tips when you are doing message for a particular audience. And when we deliver our message, don't forget that it should be smart, compassionate, persevering, and of course, inspiring. In constructing effective message, you need to have these three parts of it. The first one is primary message, the second one is supporting message, and the third one is proof or tangible evidence. The first one is primary message. It should be simple, clear to the audience, and it calls on the audience to take some action. The second one is supporting message. It serves as the reinforcement to your primary message, and it adds depth to it by adding some information about it. And lastly, you need evidence. These are examples or things that gives the audience to believe in you. These are the reason for them to be inspired. Here are some examples of proof of points you can use as tangible evidence for your message. The first one is story about people of action. Example of local projects in which Rotarians or Rotaractors identify community needs and mobilize their fellow members and neighbors to develop innovative solutions to solve the problem. Clear, compelling facts that demonstrate Rotary's impact in each area of focus and of progress towards eradicating polio. The third one is story of Rotary moments, which is actually inspiring also. Rotary moments or Rotaract moments when members of your club recognize the power of Rotary or Rotaract. How have they benefited from their experience personally or professionally? The next one is testimonials that shows benefits that they can get from the Rotary, from their community and its residents. Lastly, it's from project itself, programs or press coverage, recognition, or partnership that establish Rotary's credibility. Okay, so we are done with the first part of the Rotary brand. So this time we will proceed to the visual part of the Rotary. So visual is essential to public image and brand of Rotary. It gives distinct visual identity and easy way to recognize by the community and its audience. This time we will discuss the logo and do's and don'ts in terms of usage of our logo. In this session, we will use the prepared presentation of MDIO Pilipinas. It's more easy to understand and to follow. Rotary logos are part of our brand and represent every one of our clubs that take action to make lasting positive change in the world. When people see our logos, they should immediately recognize them as Rotaries and as symbol of our organization that is taking action to make the world a better place. Logos can be found in the brand center of rotary.org/brand center, but my suggestion is you need to check it later after my presentation. We have here the master brand signature, the master brand signature simplified, and the mark of excellence. So this is the mark of excellence, and this is the master brand signature simplified. If you notice, there is no Rotary International in this logo. Later on, we're going to discuss why. And this one is the master brand signature. For Rotaract, we have the Rotaract word mark and the rotary wheel at the side of the word Rotaract. The wheel and the word mark must always appear together. The word Rotaract is the word mark and not a font. Remember that. It can be replaced with a font. You cannot replace that. Okay, so these two are two sides of a coin. So you cannot separate these two. The standard color for Rotary is blue and gold, while in Rotaract, the standard color is cranberry here. So if you're going to use the code, you can use this one at the bottom part. And when using our color palette, be sure to apply the appropriate formulation listed in the rotary.org/brand center. This time, let us have what are the acceptable rendition of our logo in Rotaract. So we have here the two types. We have the full color for light or white background. We need to use this one. When printing in full black, 100%, we have this one. And for the reverse, we have these logos. All of these can be navigated in rotary.org brand center, Rotaract and Interact part in that website. Okay, next. The master brand signature is our official logo and combines the wheel with the word Rotaract to the left for the visibility and recognition. Our logo cannot be altered in any way. The wheel and the word mark must always appear together because the word Rotaract is a word mark and not as a font. It cannot be replaced with a font. Only the color shown in our website may be used in our logo. Both Master Brand Signature and Master Brand Signature Simplified can be used in all print and digital applications. We recommend using the simplified version if the logo will be smaller than 1.25 centimeter or will be embroidered. The signature system allows you to identify the club or university associated with your Rotary Club in all of your communications. The Rotaract signature should be included the club or university name, like what we have here as an example. The positioning and the size relationship between the Rotaract word mark and the wheel are cannot be altered. The club and university name should be at right aligned with the T in the word Rotaract. Club name should be right aligned with the T, like with this example that we have in this presentation. Use the complete club name as registered in the Rotary International and do not use any acronym of your club. This coming July 1, 2020, the following rendition are no longer allowed in our logos. So this one, club name above the word mark, club name above and below word mark, club name right of the master brand. So if rendering a club logo, you just need to state only the complete name of your club and no need for you to put your district number and your country. So for this example, yes, this is wrong. And if you want to correct this one, you need to remove these two. And you have the right logo for your club, Rotaract Club of Puting Bato. And if rendering a district logo, you need to state only the district number and no need to put your country, name of your country. So you need to eliminate this one and you have your district logo, Rotaract District 3000. And for the Philippines, we have 10 districts. So we have District 3770 up to 3870, except to 3840 because we don't have 3840 in the Philippines. So this time, let us be reminded regarding the space around our logo that it should be remain empty and the space surrounding the logo should be equal with the height of the letter R in the word mark. This time, for lockup format, we use these to show a relationship between your club or district and your partner organization or program. The lockup comprises the club signature and the sponsored organization text logo, but make sure that these will not overpower the master brand signature or the master brand signature simplified. You can use either the master brand signature or master brand signature simplified when you create your logo. We recommend using the simplified version if the logo will be smaller than 1.25 centimeter or will be embroidered. Here are also other examples of lockup format with other partner organization. When displaying multiple club logos for the case of projects jointly and equally implemented by multiple clubs, this is the pattern that you considered. Club logos must be arranged alphabetically. So for this, always remember the rule of ABC and 1, 2, 3. ABC for alphabetical and 1, 2, 3 for numerical. When there are lead host districts and clubs in a project, then there are co-host clubs. Segregate the presentation of logos in a way that the lead host districts or clubs take the top banner, like what we have in this example. So this time we will discuss the major incorrect usage of our logo. So to start, let us have the first one, distorted logos. Sometimes Rotaract clubs stretch the logos for some reason. So that is a big no-no for our logos. The second one is changing the thickness and color of the divider line. So this is also a big no-no for our logo. The next one is using colors for Rotaract logo aside from the cranberry, black, and white. So we are allowed to use only the color palette that allowed by the Rotary International for our logos. Next is using logo as a background that has a high contrast. If you're going to use this one, I suggest you need to use uh, the white color for our logo. And for this, apply a holding shape in the master brand. That is a big no-no also. Replacing the Rotaract word mark with a font. Yes, um, that is not also allowed by the organization. Because again, Rotaract here is not a font. It is a word mark. Next, applying outlines, special effects, or graphic elements in the logo. Although it's a good intention for us to highlight our logo, but it is not allowed by our organization to use any effects for our logo because it removes the authenticity of our logo, the identifying marks of our logo, the trademark of our logo. This time, let us look the theme logo and the colors allowed for this logo. So we have the full color, which is the original logo, color of our logo for this coming Rotary year. The other one is the 100% black. And we have also the reversed white for colored or dark backgrounds. Next, we have two versions of this logo. We have the square version and the rectangular version. The team logo can be depicted by itself. It is not required that only be used within a lockup. Example, using the team logo as a shirt or as in a team. The team logo may be depicted with the Rotary Club, District, MDIO logo as a lockup, but please ensure that this is only one club, district, MDIO logo to be used in the material. Using Rotary typography or font helps keep our communication cohesive and distinctive. Build recognition for your club and Rotary by using the font listed here. So we have the license and free fonts, and these are the fonts that we can use for our materials, for our voice or communication. If you have any question, you can email graphics@rotary.org for more details regarding these fonts. Still part of visual presentation is imagery style. We will discuss the impact of photos in terms of public image of Rotary and Rotaract. Compelling images are vital to our organization. They offer a universal way to connect with others. Our photos focus on relationships and community impact, and they should always tell a genuine story. Whenever possible, use images that shows multiple Rotarians and reflect our diversity. In this sample, we have single Rotarian, small groups, large groups. During your projects or programs within a community, try to capture this moment. Try to get some action photos your from your projects. Always look with the action photos, interaction with the beneficiaries, interaction with fellow Rotaractors, because that's what Rotary wants to see from us, rather than holding our banner and standing in front of camera. During our execution of our projects, try to observe our environment. Try to observe the beneficiary, the environment, and from that we can have this what we call metaphorical or conceptual photos that tell stories about our project. Our photography focuses on Rotary participants actively engaged in our work, our relationships, and our community. They should always tell a genuine story of impact. Images should be powerful and inspiring and motivate the public by showing what makes Rotary special.
Possibilities are all around us. Everywhere we look, we see opportunity. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our ideas with others, we know they'll see it too. And bring new perspectives. Lend unique skills. And take action in the communities all around the world that we call home. When people come together, that's when real change happens. Like transforming an old bus to feed hungry children, or providing life-saving equipment to those who need it most. From fighting disease to rebuilding schools, we turn what we see into what we've done. We are people of action. Get involved. Possibilities are all around us. Everywhere we look, we see opportunity. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our ideas with others, we know they'll see it too. And bring new perspectives. Lend unique skills. And take action in the communities all around the world that we call home. When people come together, that's when real change happens. like transforming an old bus to feed hungry children, or providing life-saving equipment to those who need it most. From fighting disease to rebuilding schools, we turn what we see into what we've done. We are people of action. Get involved at Rotary.org.
When others see despair, we see hope. When others see problems, we see solutions. When some might see challenges, we see opportunities. The campaign gives us a chance to show others how Rotaractors see what's possible in our communities, and to highlight what can we achieve when we join together to bring those ideas in life. Peoples of Actions in Rotary's Public Image Campaign, which aims to define Rotaries to those who don't know us. It gives us a simple, consistent answer and rallies Rotarians and Rotaractors around a single idea, telling and showing the world that we are people of action. Aligned with the Rotary Action Plan's strategic priority number 2 of expanding our reach, Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO believes that we, Rotaractors, have the strong capability to advance this campaign. Our potential new member or supporter might be browsing our social media, waiting to be inspired by our stories of action. Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO will feature the most inspiring people of actions photos submitted by the Rotaract clubs and districts in our official Instagram account at PH How to join in this exciting program of Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO? Let us go to the next slide. Step 1. Select an action verb as headline to highlight what action verb best represent or describe the action you took. Choose only from the below predetermined action verb and add to this word. Together, we connect and polio, inspired, mentor, save lives, empower, fight hunger, learn, promote peace, or transform, like in this picture. Step 2. Choose a photo from a club district project. The photo should show Rotaractors as people of action, especially authentic moments of Rotaractors actively engaged in our work, our relationships, and our community. Here are the guidelines for your photos. Take photos that are in a documentary style with subjects who aren't posed. Please remember that. Think Rotaractors in action. Next, subjects' face and actions should be positive, happy, and engaging. Ensure photos represent the diversity of your club in age, ethnicity, and gender. Photos should have a minimum of 2 people. For example, at least 2 Rotaractors working together or a Rotaractor with a beneficiary. Avoid having more than 5 people in the photo to maintain a clear focal point. Next, clean backgrounds. Avoid backgrounds objects that appear to come out of people's head, distracting objects or patterns in between the subject's heads. The ad headline will cover the center of the page. Photos need to be taken with plenty of negative space around the subject to accommodate this. Do not use photos with too much white background. The text overlay is always white. Avoid items such as white table with white papers on it and white clothing in the central focal point. Be sure to get written permission from anyone shown in the photos. Photos should tell a genuine story of impact. Photos should highlight what makes Rotaract special. Photos should capture viewers' attention, inspire interest, and generate an emotional reaction. Ask yourself, will people in my community connect with what they see in this photo? These are the things that you need to avoid when you are posting your photos in People of Action campaign. For step 3, create your social media post only through the Rotary Brand Center. We will only accept entries creating through the Rotary Brand Center to ensure that the People of Action campaign style guide is followed. Make sure that the chosen action verb matches the story portrayed by the photo. Download the post generated in JPEG format. Step 4. Develop a caption. The caption is where you will tell the story portrayed by the photo and shall briefly expound on these three elements: your claim, your proof, and your call to action. Remember our topic regarding Rotary messaging and Rotary voice and effective message? You can use that one in this caption. In developing a caption, try to use this as your guide. For your claim, what did you do that was meaningful for your community? Example, Rotary's efforts have helped reduce polio cases worldwide by 99.9%, and we won't stop until we wipe polio in the face of the earth. For your proof, how did you go about accomplishing your project? Example, joining the fight against polio, the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente worked with its sponsoring Rotary Club to immunize 70 children residing in Barangay Inayawan, Cebu City. For the call of action, what do you want your viewers to do when they see your ad? Join our cause by educating people about polio and vaccination, as well as donating funds to support our immunization and surveillance effort. This is a good example for the call of action. Make sure that you have limited captions to 800 characters with space, including the hashtag People of Action. Step 5. Send your social media post and caption to Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO. Send to mdiopilipinas@gmail.com with the subject People of Action, club name. Attach the photo and paste the caption written in the email body. Indicate also your club Instagram account, if any, and Facebook page URL in the body. For step 6, follow Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO Instagram account at PH Rotaract MDIO. Be updated of the People of Action stories of Rotaract clubs across the country by following the MDIO Instagram account. An example of People of Action campaign submitted to MDIO Pilipinas is this one. This action photo submitted by a Rotary Club of Makati with this caption and hashtag People of Action. Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO will give special recognition for Rotary clubs who will be featured in the Instagram account. And they also give People of Action campaign Ultimate Champion Award to Rotary Club with the most number of combined compliant contribution and feature in the Instagram account. Is it exciting? Yes, I know. Through this effort of Pilipinas Rotaract MDIO, every clubs can share their best practices and be a good model to our fellow youth today. For the summary of session 3 about Rotary brand, we have these key points. Remember that our image matters because our brand is our identity. Second point is brand is more than a logo. Rotary's brand is much bigger. It's how others think about us, not just how we see ourselves. The third point is brand reflects our identity, our vision, our essence, as well as our values. It represents our unique culture and our approach to creating lasting positive change. Lastly, people's perception of Rotary comes from their experience with our clubs and programs, along with our stories we tell and the image we share. Compelling consistent brand communications together with a great experience can strengthen our brand and help us engage and attract more members, donors, and partners. To my fellow Rotaractors, I hope this session opens an opportunity for you to understand the Rotary brand and to connect personally to the heart of the organization, to inspire you to create lasting change for yourself and for our community. For more inquiries, try to message the following contact website, and for tutorial video to navigate Rotary brand, visit this link. And for tips for your photography, for your photos, and if you still have question, you can email mdio@pilipinasrotaract.org. To end our discussion, I will leave you this message again from Rotary, the vision of our organization. Together, we will see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Let us put this in our hearts and personify it through our actions. Again, I'm PDR Mark Anthony Hernandez. Thank you for listening. Mabuhay ang Rotary, mabuhay ang Rotaract. God bless us all.